Hello, and welcome to Coping with Donald. I'm Phil. This is going to be a pretty serious Coping with Donald. It has to do with Charlie Kirk. I haven't been on much lately, and the reason I haven't is because, to be honest, you just feel like day by day you just watch Trump progressively install his dream of fascism, and it's discouraging. Charlie Kirk being killed did not make me feel any better. All right? Why would it? He was assassinated for his beliefs, and I join every other liberal Democrat who says I didn't agree with anything the man said. And he was murdered in cold blood. Murdered in cold blood and assassinated. It doesn't matter if he was not an office holder in the United States. He was murdered for a reason, and I'm sure it has to do with his career. How do I feel about Charlie Kirk? As I said, I didn't agree with anything the man said. But he was 31. It really does bother me, yeah. However, and I say this very sincerely, and I've thought about it for a long time, I feel exactly about Charlie Kirk the same way I feel about so many other victims of gun violence. I feel powerless. I feel frustrated. I feel the anger at people not wanting to do anything to prevent these things. In short, I feel the same way about Charlie Kirk. I never met him. Mr. Kirk, the same way I feel about all those other victims, the kids in the Catholic schools that were praying when they were killed, the Jewish people in the synagogue. I think it was Pennsylvania years ago. About 20 of them were killed. The people in Nevada who were attending a music festival and somebody was shooting at them from a hotel. I think it's still our largest mass killing. This was not a mass killing, obviously. But I feel no less bad or no more bad than the other people. What does worry me, however, is the response of Donald Trump. It's okay that he goes on, he says he loved Charlie, he's going to miss Charlie, he appreciated all he did, that he got people involved with politics. I get it. That's okay. But then he goes on and he talks about violence and how we have to stop violence, which usually in fascist terms isn't a very good thing. Plus, he was basically talking to the audience as if only half of the people in this country cause violence or are capable of it, which of course is ridiculous. We don't have half of the people capable of violence in this country. But he says basically the liberal side, we've got to stop that. We don't want any more times where Steve Scalise gets shot playing a softball game. But he didn't mention Gabby Giffords. We don't want any more healthcare executives getting shot on a street in New York City. But he didn't mention the people he denied health care to. It was very one-sided. This is the man, by the way, who did let the January Sixers go and then basically hired them for ICE. He has set them up pretty good. The people that he tried to get to, or he was inciting to riot at the Capitol on January 6th. He talked about Charlie with free speech, which is all well and good. And we need to make sure that the media aids in stopping this. He's been shutting down free speech in the media. Him, Trump. He talked about threatening judges and how wrong it is. He's been threatening judges. He's been getting his face in every aspect of our lives. And he is, if he is going to go on a march against free speech on anything that's not far right, then he's not a president for all the people, for sure. And he's already, that didn't do anything to heal the country. That speech did not heal the country. Fair enough? Oh boy. I'm sorry for Charlie Kirk's wife and his kids. Like I said, he was 31. That really is awful. But I'm not ready to turn over my basic civil rights, and you should not be either. Whether or not they catch this person, I mean, let's put it this way. Everybody's saying, well, now we need a civil war against the left. And they haven't even caught the person who did it. Who, by the way, will be one person out of roughly 100 million people in this country who identify to the left. Are you ready to give up your freedoms? All of them? So there's no good thing to say about this. It's actually, I feel terrible about it. I've been kind of draggy all day. I'm already to the point where I don't go out too much. I don't feel safe out there. And not just from the left. I don't feel safe from the right either. I don't feel safe going into a McDonald's and somebody has a gun in their waistband. I don't need that. Well, I hope the people on the right do not listen to their worst instincts in a knee-jerk reaction. If this man was born on a February 15th, when it was raining, I hope that the country doesn't go out and lynch every person who was born on February 15th when it was raining. Justice will reside in this individual. The justice needed to punish this person is in this person, not everybody. I really hope that we get out of this without being permanently stuck in fascism. Everyone have a good day. This is Phil on September 11th, unfortunately. Have a good day. And because I've got this virus, which keeps telling me you might have a virus, and it actually is the virus, it won't let me sign off. Let me try to do that. And that's it. Sorry about that long exit. Bye.